think also the credibility issue too. I think so many people want to. If you remember back in 2016, the president's first term, there was all indictments are coming, and they never came. And those are all the talking heads on Fox News promising people that. So I think the rest of us on the independent side don't want to promise the American people that indictments are coming, because the reality is we don't see anything. I mean, I'm asking around. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, but I'm like, you don't need a black pill completely, because I hate that so much. And I want to be optimistic, because I started so optimistic, but I also don't want broken promises.
I'm not even saying we should be optimistic, but the idea that they're not doing anything, nothing's happening. Well, I mean, look, it's likely that there are things going on. Whether or not they'll be successful, whether or not there'll be arrests, I can't say, and I think that it's probably likely that there won't be, just because of the ability for lawyers to run interference and stuff like that. But to say that they're not doing anything, I don't think that that's actually accurate. So if at the very least, if we're going to actually be honest about the situation, I mean, there are things going on, because they've got an investigation into two of the most likely culprits, and they have the criminal referral from the DNI. So that's just my take.
Yeah.
A criminal referral for Obama?
I don't. Well, no, I'm talking about they don't have a criminal referral. They have the information sent over to the DOJ, and we'll see what they actually do.
Yeah.
But again, it's. Like I said, I understand everyone that's going to be skeptical, and I understand that people are going to say, "Oh, blah blah blah." But if we're going to be accurate, we can't say that.
I'd be reckless and crazy.
I think that I would love to see.
I would approach the DOJ and my priorities with reckless abandon, as it were. It's taking a very, very long time. The messaging is convoluted and makes no sense. The Epstein file debacle was pathetic. We're winning on policy issues that are going to be reversed if Trump loses and the Democrats steal power again, which this lady is talking about doing.
Yep.
And they're not doing anything about it. So maybe they are. I'm just frustrated because it's seeming like they're on the issue of accountability, they are not winning.
Yeah, I mean, just to kind of add to that, President Trump, I believe, is at 150 executive orders, well over 100. And when I spoke with the Speaker's office about how many of those executive orders they have ready to hit the floor at the time, this was just maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago. It was just a little over a dozen. So I think that's pretty disgusting in itself, that we are sitting here and allowing the House to not do its job. I don't understand, as we headed to midterms too, because the polls aren't really looking too favorable for Republicans, how people like the Speaker can sit there and just allow all of this to happen, because the people are going to want something to be motivated about to go out and vote for Republicans. I just don't think that they have that right now.
Well, the Democrats don't have very good polling right now either. And the House has only passed 2 laws, right? The Lake and Riley Act and the big, beautiful bill.
It's been pretty slow.
Yeah, they haven't done anything.
Yeah, Rasmussen actually just did a poll. Let me go look that one up real quick.
Yeah, the Democrats aren't doing well either. But I do think that the Republicans are destroying themselves because they keep
any money.
No, they don't. Well, they're spending a lot of money.
The fundraising. I just saw a tweet about the fundraising that the Republicans have done compared to the Democrats. The Democrats, I don't remember exactly what it was, but the Democrats have something like 8 million, and the Republicans have like twice as much.
Republicans have 85, and Democrats have 15.
Yeah, the big reason for that, though, is that the Democrats have no leadership. They need to figure out who's in charge of their party.
Well, they need to figure out what their party stands for.
Well, their party stands for Zohran Monbani. They should just make him be the head of it.
They don't, though. I was talking to this reporter from Axios today. He's working on a story about all this stuff. And I was pointing out that, there's a real opportunity for Democrats to launch their Reformation right now and target the people angry with Trump over Epstein. But they can't, because they are race and gender obsessed. And they're terrified of that base. I don't know if you guys saw that clip of Rahm Emanuel. He was asked by Megyn Kelly, "Can a man become a woman?" And he had pause. He was like, "No." And then she said, "Wow, thank you for saying that." And he says, "Well, I don't know." She says a lot of people won't. He goes, "They don't want to enter witness protection."
Right.
Rahm Emanuel basically said the far left is so dangerous and extreme. They have to pretend that men can transform into women, otherwise they will die.
Yeah.
That's the state of the Democratic Party. There's no way the Democrats are going to be able to reform. And so my view is there's going to be a lot of angry Trump voters who are going to keep voting Republican because there's no alternative.
Yeah, and you did have Media Matters coming out saying Rahm Emanuel rejects trans identities in appearance with Megyn Kelly. And what's funny is the URL is Rahm Emanuel denies existence trans.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.